All right. Hey guys, it's Humility Through Pain. We're back again with Crew Mike, and we're here to talk about why he's so involved with Muay Thai, and we're here to talk about this big facility. So let the people know who you are and why they should all know your name, because it's important.
My name is Michael Rinaldi. I've been doing martial arts or Muay Thai for about 20 years. I don't think myself as a top head instructor of any means. I'm here to spread the word of Muay Thai and the love for the sport that I have. I currently run my program, Antioch Muay Thai, out of Legang's Martial Arts in Antioch, California. Been doing that now for the last 2 to 3 years, or working on 3 years, and hopefully continue to do that.
Yes, it's a huge facility. They have a ton of space. They got a ton of bags. They do a lot of different things here. So better believe that the guys that are coming out of this gym are going to be in shape, and they're going to train hard, and they're going to be incredibly knowledgeable about Muay Thai. We've been asking everybody, why is amateur Muay Thai so important here in California? What's your view on that?
You know, why it's important? I think it's just a sport that's always been growing. I mean, it has the potential here in California to be very, very popular. And it had been and dropped off, and I think now it's starting to regain its momentum. And there's a lot of people who secretly, I want to say secretly, but secretly are interested in it. They don't know much about it, but they're intrigued about it. So it brings that, you know, it brings that flair, it brings that, I don't know, knowledge or something. Brings, you know what I mean?
From an outsider's perspective, it's terrifying just to watch. It's terrifying to see a Muay Thai fight happen, and you're like, no, I don't want to do that. But you get into the right gym, you get a good crew. It's not so scary when you know what to do, when you understand what's happening. You couple that with tradition and why certain things are important, like the white crew and things like that, and it becomes a drug. I wouldn't know what to do without it. You know, it's been about 20 years for me.
I wouldn't know what to do.
You know, yeah, it's been about 20 years, and look at 2 old guys in the gym. We're screwing around. You guys will see the photos of him trying to make me puke. You know, and it's just, it is a drug, and you have to do it. It's not that you want to go, or, you know, I'm going to do this because it's Saturday. So you don't know what to do if you're not.
It becomes part of a lifestyle. Yeah. It really, really does.
Yeah, literally eat, sleep, train. You know, you also work for the IKF, and you ref.
I do.
Can you tell everybody what to look for, things that you see that you don't like, things you see that you do like?
It's really been a wonderful eye-opener. It was something that I thought was next in my evolution. I mean, I started training in '95. I had gone through some exhibitions. I had my amateur license. I've learned to teach, or have taught now. I have run my own program. And so I just thought, evolutionary-wise, of course, to learn how to ref and be more involved in the community and in the IKF and in Muay Thai. So being a ref is fairly new, but looking at it from that perspective, you just want the fighters to be safe.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that's the number one key thing that's been drilled into me from my mentor, who's been doing it for way more than 20 years. Just to make sure the fighters are safe. You know, you have to protect them from themselves.
Yes.
You have to protect them from the trainers who keep pushing them to go longer, even if they can't.
Yep.
It's your job to keep them safe. So that's key. That's what we look for and what we watch for. As a referee, what I don't like to see is bad conduct, unsportsmanlike, you know, behavior.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, guys.
Purpose low blows, verbal banter back and forth that is unnecessary with, you know, swear words and this and that. I mean, that's just, I mean, to me, it's uncamaraderie-like, and, you know, and just, I mean, I don't know, it's unnecessary. It's okay to throw back some words, you know, if you're trying to pump each other up, have fun, but I don't think it's all necessary.
Yeah. Basically, guys, he's being very polite and saying, don't be a dick.
Yeah,
this isn't the UFC. No one's going to pay you more money to run your mouth. This is a really small community. Muay Thai being as big as it is, we all know each other. There's no escaping each other. You will find each other.
Oh, yeah.
So treat each other with respect. And now, you got the big eye watching, making sure you don't screw anything up, making sure you don't represent Muay Thai.
We continually, each show, we continually go through the rules. There isn't anybody or any competitor or any amateur or any pro that hasn't heard a rules meeting, what we look for, what we've asked for, how they've been warned. Yep. Everybody goes in there knowing already what's expected of them. It's just our job to reinforce and protect, really.
Yeah. This rules meeting we had, I think it was Dan.
It was Dan.
Dan, he said in the rules meeting that, okay, this is what I don't want you to do. Don't do this, don't do that. There's your first warning. You will not get another first warning. And I loved it. I was so happy to hear that. I get sick of fighters being babied. Here's your warning. Okay, well, don't do anything wrong. Don't be upset. But here's your... No. You were told what to do. You're trained not to do it. Don't fucking do it in the ring. I was so happy to hear him say, I'll take a point. That point's gone by. You shouldn't have screwed up. We're fighting. We're grown-ass men. Act like one. You know what to do. You know what not to do. It's a sport. These guys are here to keep you safe, mostly from yourselves. So if you're doing something wrong, it's his job to let you know. Don't argue with him. If he says you did it wrong, you did it wrong. There are avenues to follow if you want to file a petition and things like that. But at the end of the day, they have the final say. And if they don't like what you did, hey, maybe fighting isn't for you if you can't follow the rules. What are some
my
of the things?
house.
Yes,
You're just fighting in it.
There you go. What are some of the things that have impressed you a lot about young fighters? Because at the fights last night, we saw all the fighters getting along. Everybody was in the locker room talking shit. It was great.
What's impressive is just the camaraderie. I mean, that's what you want to see the most. That's what you want to see in a family. Everybody getting along, even if it's sportsman-like, you know what I mean? There's always competition, I mean, it doesn't matter what frickin' sport it is. You just get along after and get along before, and when it's time to clock in, you do your job. Nowadays, I like, and there was one in particular fight, and I'm not going to say names and this and that, but this young man put on a very good show against an older opponent, and he stuck to his game plan, and he won, and I was very impressed. And it was nice to see, a young kid who's developing in the sport and has enough of, I don't know even the word for it, but just enough. I don't even know the word for it.
Proper training. It just takes balls to do whatever you're supposed to do in there, man. I thought the fights were great. They were smooth. Weigh-ins were beautiful. Weigh-ins, it was the smoothest weigh-in we've ever had. We were in and out in a little less than an hour, I think.
Composure.
Yeah, composure. Yeah, that's important. See, we are not composed right now, so we can't think. Don't do that in the ring. As far as being an IKF, we do a lot of videos talking about the IKF. This was hands down the best event I've ever attended with the IKF. Judging was on point. Reffing was on point. The inspectors were on point. If they didn't have an answer, they would run to get the answer, and they'd come back to you with the answer. Probably because they didn't have 50 people pulling them out of the way because it was a small card, but they did everything they could. Everyone worked together. We've done videos where these things happen and these things go wrong and these questions don't get answered. Everything was smooth and perfect, and I think that's just a peek at what the IKF is capable of doing for Muay Thai in California. Being a global company, they can bring a lot to it.
It's one of the reasons why I want to work for it. I mean, they struggle, and Steve, who he runs, the IKF the best he can, and of course, they're always working, bro. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah, always working and struggling to do new things, and hopefully new things in 2016. And I'm not here to mention those, but everybody will know when they come. Yeah,
I've had a couple conversations with Steve, a couple of long ones, and he's kind of, let me know the things that he wants to do and things that he wants to see for the IKF. And for all the things that we don't like about it in the Muay Thai community, we're stuck with them. And what you guys don't know, because Steve never really talks about it, is the IKF is his baby. He wants it to grow, he wants it to be strong, and he wants it to represent Muay Thai the way we want it to be represented. He just wants to do his job. So I'm going to try to get him on an interview, so maybe he'll start letting you guys know what's going on, because he doesn't really like to talk about these things. We're going to bring him out of his shell, yeah. We're going to bring him out of his shell a little bit, so you guys know all the things that he has planned and all the things that he's starting to do, all the training events that he does up here. Those training events are paying off. We're seeing referees more comfortable, reacting quicker, judging is way closer, way better, even on the tough fights. Judging is on point. There's a couple of tough fights last night at the Bay Area Challenge, and I thought the judging was great. They were even judging defense properly, which we haven't seen down south yet. So that was beautiful. So good job, IKF. Stay on it. And we'll keep letting everybody know the things that we like and the things that we don't like, and hopefully we can all work together and, like we always say, make Muay Thai the massive, huge event that it should be here in America.
North and South together, man.
Yeah. What's the best part about being in there? I mean, you got the best seat in the house. Straight up, I would screw up. I'd be like, yeah! So I can't do it. I'm too stupid.
Best part about being in the center of the ring is being close to the action. I mean,
Not
like you
paying
say,
for tickets.
but it's not even that. It's a job. So, like I say, I'm there to keep you guys safe. I'm there to keep you guys safe. If you're not going to be safe, you're not going to properly defend yourself, I see that you're hurt, I'm going to stop it.
Yeah.
That's my job, and at the end of the day, that's what I'm there to do.
Yep. One of the things we like to talk about are ways to fight within IKF rules, to be competitive. Do you have any tips for them to stay within rules and, play the game, basically? That's one thing I like to bring up with all the IKF guys.
All I can say is that it's not always about damage. Be consistent. Combinations. Ring control. It's not always about hurting your opponent. You can hurt your opponent in round 1, but in round 2 he comes back more consistent, throws more punches.
Yep.
Each round is judged as a separate fight, so consistency.
That's important.
Consistency wins fights.
That's important.
Consistency.
That's a huge thing. Each round is a separate fight. I don't think enough people take that mentality into the ring with them. I think you kind of see things where, like, I did this and I might have won this, and we talked about that at our fight last night, is we could have won this round, but we lost anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The end result would have been the same. But if you look at it as each round is a fight, it makes it easier for you, because you just have to focus on that round, not the whole fight. Do good that round. Win that round. If you win that round, maybe you already won the fight. Maybe you knocked them out, or you won by stoppage. But I think that's a big
or
point.
by point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's a big thing a lot of people overlook. So we're going to bring that up more in our videos. Each round is its own fight. Keep that in mind while you're training, guys. Thanks for being here. We have 2 questions.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys came from LA. Shoot.
Yeah, we'll be up here more, because I want to play around in here. A couple of things. This humility.
Doors always open.
Yeah, you heard that. It's on video. Doors always open. I get a key. This humility through pain project that we're doing. We're trying to spread the word about Muay Thai. We're trying to spread the word about how our shirts represent Muay Thai properly. At least that's what we're hoping for. So what do you think about the videos that we're doing? We're on a mission to show how big Muay Thai is in California.
Well, one, I got to commend you guys, because you're actually doing that. You know what I mean?
You.
Making the videos and doing the interviews and making the phone calls to get a hold of the right people, and you know what I mean? That's important. And spreading, of course, the word, right? So everybody has knowledge, and being able to go on YouTube and watching a freaking video about it if you can't listen to it or whatever, or, you know what I mean? That's what you guys are doing is great. I mean, that's why I'm here, and that's why I support you.
Thank you.
That's why you're family. So.
I mean, it's important at the fights and the weigh-ins. When I talked to Steve, I was telling him this is why we really want to do this, because weigh-ins are tense, fights are tense, coaches and fighters don't pay attention. Here's a video you can watch on your phone. You need an answer, look it up. You can't find it, you can't get the answer, you or your coach don't know who to call, email me, call me. I can call this guy, I can call anybody. But I might have a connection that maybe you don't. So you can always email me, hit me up, and I'll get an answer for you one way or another. That's the benefit of knowing somebody like Crew Mike.
That's the benefit of everybody getting along and knowing each other.
Yeah,
in
good
the
point.
sport.
Yeah, yeah. Because I mean,
know?
you can always ask somebody, whether it's Instagram, Twitter. We're not used to that type of stuff. We didn't have that stuff. So,
I had MySpace and a pager.
oh, you're famous. I didn't have that. I had a
don't know if I had
pager.
MySpace, but I had a pager.
You know, pretty much the only person I had was my crew. So luckily, he knew the answers to the
Yeah.
questions that I had. But also, I think the sport has evolved a lot since you and I were doing it. Our smokers
Absolutely.
were not a quarter as organized as these are. I mean, it was just,
Or
what do you
safety
weigh?
related.
Yeah, it was, you're this tall, you weigh this much. I don't know, fight that guy. Sure, and you shut up and do it.
Yeah.
Now we have a word like safety, which we didn't have before. I fought fights with no mouthpiece, no cup, just because I didn't like wearing a mouthpiece and I forgot my cup. So now you ain't getting in the ring. You don't even get to the ring without your mouthpiece.
No.
And then they check
Those
them again.
inspectors that we have, the inspectors that work for the IKF and the just inspectors in general, that's what they're there for
Yeah.
too, to make sure. Safety, 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 safety.
Yeah, actually, they checked our gear 10 times last night, and I asked him, I was like, why are they checking my gear so freaking much? And he's like, well, did you screw with it since the last time? And I was like, no, but it didn't occur to me because I wasn't doing anything stupid. But there are people that do stupid things. That's why these rules are there. So they were doing their job. Did you screw with the gloves? Did they change them? They'd squeeze them. They'd check them, check the laces. No, okay, we'll leave you alone for 20 minutes, but I'm coming back. I didn't know that. No one has ever done that before, but I like that. Because you hear stories about what people are trying to get away with. So
What they have.
yeah, the other thing is obviously we're a huge believer in what you do as far as training and everything and philosophy and the way you represent Muay Thai. So we fully back you in your gym. What does humility through pain mean to you? What do people say when you wear the shirts? How does it feel to have humility through pain behind you?
All I can say is that I'm here to support you guys. I mean, I appreciate everything you've done for me, and of course, hopefully you appreciate the things that I've done for you. And that's what I say is brings camaraderie and family together.
Yeah.
The humility through pain that caught my eye is just that in its words. I mean, it can be aggressive or it could be light and like a butterfly. It's not something, it's something different for everybody. So for me, when I saw humility through pain, I thought, okay, so I'm going to gain some humility. How am I going to do that? Through the pain in the gym, whether it's sparring or being asked to do something I can't do or making it through a program that was so intense that it pushes me to the next level. You know what I mean? So that pain of delivery or that pain of giving up or overcoming that, and gaining the humility, like, are coming in and saying, you know what, I'm the crap. I'm going to be able to do this no matter what. And then you go through my program and you can't hang 20 minutes off a warm-up. Well, there's your humility, and I'm not going to down you for it. I'm going to carry you through the next, 30 minutes of the workout. But that's what humility through pain means to me. You know what I mean? To learn something about yourself through yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, martial arts are they're not meant to be easy, but it is meant for everybody. You just don't know it yet. Sometimes you don't have the right coach, but if it wasn't meant for everybody, it wouldn't still be around 3,000-4,000 years later if people couldn't learn it. And I think that gets forgotten. So we'll go through and we'll be posting this up soon. Thank you so much for helping us out, man.
Absolutely, brother.
And keep modeling the shirts. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Sawadee Cup.